my name's Noel. This is my grandson, Isaac. Say hi, this is Noel.
Hi, this is my grandpa, Noel Schmidt.
When I was a 9-year-old kid, like my grandson is now, the world looked bright. My dad had a shiny new 1955 Pontiac. World War II and the Korean War were behind us, and the world seemed full of a can-do spirit and hope for a brighter future. Now, 53 years later, the future seems bleak and dangerous, and there's a certain level of pessimism all around us. Many of us aren't so sure human life will even be here 53 years from now.
You can count how many peas you might have inside your pot.
The mission of Patchworks is essentially to create an outdoor learning laboratory where students and adults and kids can come and learn ways that we can create a lifestyle that is more sustainable. The idea is to get in touch with what is available to us locally, local resources.
This is kale. Tastes good.
Learning by doing.
We have hope, and that little projects like Patchworks will be part of the bigger picture that gets us to where we need to be to keep life healthy and strong and long-lived.
I like being outside, being in touch with the earth, I guess, stuff like that,
See everything growing, like getting out here and just, helping out and feeling useful.
I like the thought of growing your own food, It's it's kind of senseless to go to a store and pay all that money and stuff when for 99 cents you can buy a sack of seeds and it's you can plant all this stuff, It's really awesome, I don't know.
Both of us were both partners for a senior service project, and we started over at Santa Rosa School back in the beginning of school. We were teaching the 6th graders during their science class about the environment, and then Tyler kind of introduced us up here. We taught them, kind of the book smarts, and now we wanted to move into the street smarts as far as applying what we've taught them in a larger sense. That way they can go home, what we hope and what seems to be relevant is the kids go home and, hey, Mom, Dad, can we get a compost pile going?
This is Lucas Michael Topoulos live at Patchworks Farm. It started my junior year of high school, actually inspired from the seniors before us. They made a biodiesel van, the van right there. And then so me and my friend decided, well, we want to continue this green movement here and we wanted to try to create an ecological learning center. So we decided to install the solar panels over there. And first we had a lot of ideas for funding, including we wanted to have a dance and all this stuff, but we ended up finding a grant and I applied for it and wrote for it, and it was from State Farm Insurance, and it was allied with the local YMCA, and we got $39,000, a little over $39,000. Hopefully we'll get more next year, and then we'll just be able to build upon the program. We really want to youth advisory board to spread out to the community and kind of affect all schools, the whole entire community involved in it.
Noel taught me a good lesson at the beginning of the year when we started this process, when we were talking about service. And I said, Noel, we really want to build in service into our school. You know, how do we do that? And he said, you already are. And I asked him how, and he says, well, you do it every day because what you're doing is you're teaching the children. When they go out and tend the garden, they're serving. When the elder child learns to take care of the younger child, they're serving. And so service actually becomes real.
I've been working with service learning for years as a teacher. I always take kids out and then how do you apply that to the curriculum? And now I think we have it backwards. I think we have to start with the farm and then go to the classroom. That's the kind of state of mind we're in. Because right now, as we start in the classroom and then come out to the farm doesn't initially make much sense. It's like an extracurricular activity. And you want to get it so it is not an extracurricular activity, but that it is the people get the sense that we need to learn how to manage our environment or we're going to disappear. When I recall my own life at age 9, during the summer of 1956, I feel somewhat comforted by the fact that the park where I played on a Little League team is still there, and kids are still playing baseball. I can go to Portland and visit the house where I grew up. I visited that house recently with my oldest son and a niece, and the same wallpaper was on the walls in the dining room and kitchen. I stood with them in front of the house and could show them my grade school and nearby high school, and the church down the street where my dad was a pastor. The great part of this whole thing is that it is all still there. I feel a sense of comfort that comes from a sense of place, of meaning, of roots, of family, of home. And with that comes a deep security that ultimately everything is okay. I wish I could assure my grandson of the same for his life. In 1956, when I was 9, the world's population was 2.5 billion. Now, our world population is 6.7 billion. When Isaac turns 50, the population is expected to peak at around 9.3 billion.
A million tents and trailers will cover the open desert. Your kids will learn again how to build a fire, where to look for water, and the families are bound together now by the fall of all the great cities. Finally to sing out their stories and the histories of hunger and of victories, back into the old gypsy circles where the swaying girls will play out the old rituals. The boys will be delirious but desperate and serious. The chasing will be furious. The drums in the rain are gonna come together howling. The cities are all lost but the circle is found. And the news is all true but the views are unsound. The market is dead and the phone lines are down, but it ties us together. Ooh, my kind of town.
I want us to work with the children growing up in this uncertain time and help them find answers to those serious questions about our prospects. These are the questions we need to insert into our educational system, and these are questions we should make a priority of our time. Patchworks Farm is on a path to foster optimism and reliance on human spirit that has the will to transform itself, to keep life going and create a livable future for our children. Most of my energy comes from a deep emotion to let Isaac know that I did what I could at this stage of my life to keep this beautiful little blue ball still habitable for him and his family. I hope you can visit Patchworks with it. I hope you can visit Patchworks with his own grandchild when he's 62, and that there will still be a lot to live for and people willing to find a way to make it work for everyone.